Hello, friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start our video with a story about the tricky world of office politics and how we talk to each other at work. This story shows what can happen when people aren't allowed to talk directly to each other across different departments, and how sticking too strictly to the rules of who should talk to whom can lead to unexpected problems. But before we begin, best way to support our channel is to leave comments, like, and subscribe with the turned-on bell so you don't miss the new video every single day. Here we go. I was taking too many liberties. I'm a bookkeeper working for a law firm specializing in receivables and trust accounting, keeping track of what money in the trust account belongs to whom and what we can do with it. We also work for a lot of insurance companies on their specialty lines. For example, if a bank makes an insurance claim because it discovered one of its clients was running a Ponzi scheme through their accounts, but insurance refuses to pay out because bank employees were involved, which is excluded by the policy, and the bank sues over this, we would represent the insurance company. Insurance companies have a lot of rules for how you bill them. Words you can and cannot use, activities you can and cannot bill, etc., and it's part of my job to know these guidelines and make sure our bills are compliant with them. Unfortunately, many of these insurance companies use a third-party administrator, TPA, to review their bills and adjust them if not in compliance with the guidelines, and they're often wrong. This leads to appeals, which have their own requirements that I also must know. The result of all this is that in order to get these bills done properly and collect as much as possible on them, it takes a lot of communication with our vendors and lawyers and the claims counsel at the insurer. For most of my time at this firm, I've simply reached out as needed to anyone I need to clear up billing issues and keep the issues requiring a lawyer's attention to a minimum. Additionally, nearly all of the claims counsel have told me to reach out to them as needed for billing issues. The lawyer's value is in providing advice to our clients, not in billing minutiae that I'm perfectly capable of dealing with, and my job is to support them by dealing with the minutiae. Or so I thought. It turns out a bunch of lawyers were unhappy with me reaching out to claims counsel whenever I needed to and not making the request to the lawyer to reach out to claims counsel for whatever I needed. Okay, fine. It's not like I don't have other work to keep me busy for the rest of the time. If you want to deal with this crap, you go ahead. Needless to say, the lawyers were, still are, completely oblivious to the amount of work my job entails. I guess that's my fault for doing a good job all these years. So far, we've missed several appeal deadlines, resulting in about $25,000 in foregone revenue. There's a method for most insurers for appeals after the fact, but it doesn't really work for, we didn't email you before the deadline, would you please approve it now anyway? The managing partner asked me if we could do an appeal after the fact. He spent a week working out how to say, yeah, it's our fault, but would you still please fix it for us? There's another $25,000 in appeals due on Monday, which we need claims counsel to approve, so the TPAs will process the appeal, and the lawyer who has to get me the approvals away Thursday and Friday. There's another probably $50,000 in appeals on other files which are due by the end of the month. I can fix everything with a couple phone calls, but I'm not allowed to make them. Claims counsel won't reach out to me unless they need to. I dropped enough hints that they understand what's happening and are supporting my malicious compliance, so we're both watching the clock tick down. I wish I had $125,000 to toss away because I didn't want to let someone make a phone call. As much as I love a good story about screwing over a dumb boss, I really must say I truly admire the pluck of an insurance company. Not only do they screw over their customers every chance they get, they screw over their lawyers as well. And our second story. Lady wants a discount. Why can't she just get a discount? I work in a sort of high-end pet supply store that gets super busy around the holidays, like most retail. Before I tell the story, some background. 1, we have a rewards program that gives you a point for every dollar you spend. Once you earn 200 points, you get a $5 off coupon to use on future purchase. At 300, if you save your points, it increases to $10 off. At 1,000 points, you get $50 off. You get the picture. When someone is checking out, we ask them if they're part of the rewards program. If they have a coupon they can use, we're able to see this coupon and ask if they want to use it or keep saving points. This is one of 2 discounts we can apply based on what we see on the account. 2. The second kind of discount we can apply, we have 10 to 15% off for people who meet certain criteria. First responders get 15%, dog walkers get 10%, and, this is the relevant one, people who live in certain buildings that surround the store get 10% off certain items. We don't verify any of this. Anyone could come in and, for example, tell us they live in a nearby condo building, and we'd be like, okay, cool, and make a note on their account that they get this specific discount. The notes we make are very obvious and impossible to miss. 3. Our rewards program sends out text messages periodically. They'll say something like 10% off specific product, today only, in-store and online, or earn double points this weekend, in-store only. The discount ones always have a promo code attached that you have to provide. The messages never say, like, here's a code for 10% off your whole order whenever you want. They're always for specific days. The retail associates / anyone working in the stores have no control over input on these texts. We just enter promo codes and apply discounts accordingly. 4. Not super relevant, but to live in this area, you have to be wealthy. Like extremely well off. It's the downtown area of a busy American city. All the residential development has occurred in the last 5 to 10 years. It used to be very industrial. Cost of living and gentrification are through the roof. All the buildings around us are brand new luxury high-rises. I will never in my life be able to afford living here. None of these people actually need a discount. Okay, the story. It's super busy, the Sunday before Christmas, and I'm at the register checking out a lady who's with what I assume is her mother. The lady was young, in her mid-20s probably. She was very annoyed and condescending. I get her account brought up and I ring everything up. She has 146 points, so no discount yet. It comes to about $89. Lady, are there any discounts on my account? Me. Not yet, you don't have enough points right now, but next time you come in, you'll have $5 off. Lady, what? I'm positive I have a coupon on my account. You guys send me text messages all the time. Me, ignoring the text message comment because I can tell she doesn't have any idea what she's asking for. So you need 200 points to get the first coupon. Right now you have 146 points. I turn the screen around so she can see exactly what I'm referring to. You need 54 more points to get a discount. So next time you'll have one. Lady, again, but isn't there a discount? You guys send me text messages all the time. Me, there will usually be a code for a discount. Do you have the text messages with you? Knowing very well there are no specific discounts for today or this weekend. Lady half-heartedly thumbs her phone screen. I don't know, I probably deleted them. Me. So the text messages will usually be for a specific kind of item on a specific day and will have a promo code attached. I don't know of any promos going on today, and I can't give a discount without a promo code. Technically I can, but I'm not rewarding this kind of behavior for no reason. Lady, to her mother, but loudly, this sucks. It's almost $100 and I don't have a discount. I thought I had a discount. Me. I'm sorry about that. If you'd still like to buy this, the total is $89. Lady. I can't believe this. This sucks. I don't have any discounts. Pause. I can only assume she's waiting for me to just give her a effing discount to make her happy. I've been in retail and food service my whole life, and a younger me would have absolutely panicked. I didn't budge. I just gave her an apologetic smile and a shrug. She eventually pulls out her card and pays. The transaction's complete, and I ask if she wants a receipt. Lady, but I'm a resident in specific building. Don't I get a discount? Isn't it on my account? Me, I'm sorry, but I don't see that anywhere on your account. I can add it right now so you can get the discount next time, but the only way I can apply it to this transaction is if I void it and then ring everything up all over again. Lady, you can tell she's furious because now she can actually blame something on us. It wasn't on my account? Fine. No, that's okay. As she's leaving, she's still saying loudly, this sucks. I can't believe it. I spent all that money and I didn't even get a discount. This sucks. I finally kind of snapped and called after her. Do you not want me to fix it? Which wasn't the best call on my part, but she didn't even turn around as she left, and the store was very busy, so there's a chance she didn't hear me or didn't know it was directed at her. Best part is I went through her previous transaction to see where we dropped the ball or didn't give her a resident discount. She hadn't even been in the store since April, and she had never, not once, gotten the discount she claimed was on her account. Anyway, I hope she had a merry effing Christmas. I gave the next people in line a bag of free dog treats to thank them for their patience. And our next story. Housemate terminated the lease without asking, so I moved out immediately with the fridge. This happened some years ago. I was reminded of it by reading stories on here. I'd just moved to Sydney and had been living in a share house for a few months that I'd found through a flat share website. We got on okay. We'd go out to parties together, etc. Most of the stuff in the house was theirs. I only brought my fridge, and they'd just thrown theirs out, considering it replaced. I'm about to get the week's groceries and ask my housemate if she wants anything. No, she's good. I get lots of food to cook for the week and come home to find her standing awkwardly with her boyfriend. She had weird news. They decided to move out together. How exciting. Okay, so I guess that means I take over the lease? Nope. They considered themselves the last in a long line of friends who'd leased the house, and being the last to go, thought it fitting to terminate the lease. They'd notified the landlord prior to speaking to any of us. They figured I could stay with my sister. Jack was only in the country another month, and Sarah was hardly here anyway. Okay, so I didn't have a leg to stand on. Legally, I wasn't signed on the lease, so I had 3 weeks to vacate. House hunting is like a part-time job, and I already had a full-time job. No time to cook all that food, I guess. Would have been good to know before the shop. I got lucky and found a house just down the road in the same day. Nice people, good spot, and close enough that I could move my things in by hand immediately if I like. I slept in my new house that night, but I always like to think you haven't really moved in until your fridge is in. And don't worry, I had that sorted out too. The others in the house found new places quickly too, leaving the happy couple home alone. I came back to pick up a couple of loose ends 3 weeks later and got to see their fridge work around in all its slumly glory. An esky full of food floating in melted ice. The revenge was petty and small, proportionate to their actions. In all its slummy glory is a phrase I will definitely be using in the future. And our last story. HOA board member stole... I moved into a condo a long time ago and got a visit from a board member while still sorting boxes. She wanted to tell me about the upcoming election and to be sure I would do the right thing, though she never explained what that was. In fact, I was trying to find things in boxes I hadn't seen in close to a year and wasn't really listening to her vague statements. A year or so later, it comes out that the board has hired a property manager who'd embezzled the roof fund, $20,000. That is, she only took $20,000 from our HOA. She took at least $100,000 from another place and money from still more. She flew to Brazil and proceeded to spend every single penny like it was on fire. I learned about the whole mess when she was arrested getting off the return flight. Yeah, she came back after spending it all. Maybe to reload? In any event, the board that had been up for re-election had been trying to hide the problem. Worked great until she was on the evening news. When it came time to replace the original roofs on the buildings, every current resident had to pony up more money because there was nothing to recover from her. The next board election saw a clean sweep, and a couple moved to get away from the stink of their failure. Even after that, the few that remained continued to claim they were not aware of it, even though board minutes showed them in the room when it was discussed and not reported to police when discovered. Those same people also made a rule that any vehicle not in a garage had to be moved every 72 hours or be fined. They were targeting one family that wasn't bothering anyone but a board member who lived nearby. Haven't lived in an HOA since. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one.